you. Hi everybody, I'm Brock Maxwell. I have the pleasure of working for Rogers Behavioral Health. I know there was a fan over there on that side of the room. Rogers is a behavioral health organization that's based in Oconomowoc, really close to here, but has an expanding footprint in several other states now throughout the country, including Illinois. I happen to be the director of our 2 clinics in the Chicago area. Part of my job as a Rogers administrator is to provide access to care for families. It's really my highest mission. We try to provide access to quality, evidence-based mental health treatment for those suffering from mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. I've really dedicated my career thus far to helping people access good mental health care, in particular OCD and other anxiety disorders. And early on in my training, I learned that on average it takes people with OCD up to 14 to 17 years from the onset of their symptoms to find the right treatment. 14 to 17 years. It's a long time. With a lot of medical conditions, we know exactly what to do. We get the right help, we get the right medication, we know the right doctor to call. But with mental health conditions, it's a lot more challenging. There's often a lot of barriers in the way of finding relief, and a big stumbling block for many is the stigma around asking for help. Simply put, stigma is the false ideas that form beliefs that drive discriminatory actions around people with mental illness. What we've experienced in the last hour is exactly what's been shown to be one of the 2 ingredients for reducing stigma. When we get to know a person, get to know their story, spend time with them, get curious about what they feel, what they hope for, the labels that we initially might use to define each other begin to fade away. When we find common humanity with people who seem different than us, we fear less and we open our hearts to understand more. The second ingredient that helps to reduce stigma is learning that hope exists, that people facing mental illness and addiction can get better. The playwright tonight has given us a story of recovery and resilience, a story that isn't really neat and clean and tied with a bow and everything works out easily, but a story that's true and really rings true with the story of many people that face mental illness and that I've had the experience of working with. The brilliant thing is that treatment can work. The treatments that we employ at Rogers and at other mental health organizations are getting better. A lot of research is improving those treatments. The techniques we have to help people improve are always getting better and improving, and hope is there. Maybe not always right away, maybe not on the first attempt at treatment, maybe not on the second try, maybe not even on the 5th try, but with the right motivation, the right treatment can work for bringing healing to these mental health conditions that people suffer from. I have the privilege of seeing those success stories every day in the work I'm able to do at Rogers, and nothing motivates me more to keep doing that kind of work than the stories of families that we get to see when the treatments work and when they see their child come back to them, when they see their spouse come back to them, when they see their loved one recover. So as you leave tonight, my hope for you is that you're able to keep your eye on these brilliant things of life, the hope, and in the moments that become too difficult for you or for someone that you might love or know or just come across in your path, that you'll become curious instead of fearful. That you can follow the model we've seen so beautifully portrayed tonight and pick up the phone to seek help. Or maybe be that school counselor with the sock on her hand and just be someone who can listen. So let's allow this experience to be a vision for what our families and what our community can become.